dang, it's been a while, old friend. There's a lot of dust. Didn't expect to see this. Yeah, somebody definitely put a little effort into it. Not a bad looking fire pit. Wonder what else I'm gonna find today. That was not fun, a mile going through that stuff. And I have officially become one with the spider webs. I don't miss them at all. Not at all. There's a huge one. Look at that guy right there. He just went in the tree. His web's there. I'm not going to crash to it. Howdy ho, friends. Welcome to an episode of Trekking Tuesday. Yes, I know it's been a while. In this video, I'll explain where I've went, what's going on, and what's going to happen to the channel. Also, I got something really cool I want to try out once I get to one of my locations, which is going to be a pain in the butt to navigate. Wow, this area changes so much. So I think I got to go through this valley, a quarter mile, cut up and cut across. Let's do that and see what happens. Oh, dear land. Oh, there's one on my hat. It's on my hat. Oh. I made it. It wasn't easy. The whole area has changed since the last time I've been here. And just coated in freaking spider webs, man. They're everywhere. If you had arachnophobia, this would not be the place for you. This is one of my spots I use all the time during the summer months. Oh, God, I just ran into another one. Are you kidding me? The river, 200, 300 yards that way. And I'm socked in all the way around. There's a farmer's field right there. And nobody can really see you. It's like a very good stealth location. As I stumble on my words. My supplies are here from the last time. Yep, nobody's touched anything. It's all still there. Amazing. Usually I set a hammock between that tree, and the tent's there, but I don't know. That's really uneven. I'm thinking this location might be my best bet. Oh, crap. Guess what? I forgot to do the weather conditions. Right now, it is a 64 degrees. That is going to be the high of the day. I know. Figure that one out. And as usual, slight chance of rain. I'm not worried about it. If I get wet, I get wet. So I picked up this tent thanks to Carl Outdoors showing it on his Facebook page a while back, and I just had to have one. And there it is. I want to set it up somewhere here, and maybe the rain will fall and we can see if it leaks or not. We'll see how that works out. So let's get that started. And I'm thinking, yeah, you know it's going to happen. It's been a while, but there's going to be a hyperlapse. Take 6. I'm really screwing up. It has been a while. Let's try this again, shall we? Okay, this is the make and model of the tent. Not sponsored. Please feel free to look it up. I'm not going to say it because YouTube has changed quite a bit since I've uploaded a video, and I'm not sure what will happen. If you look at it, it's basically a hybrid half shelter. It's very, very lightweight. I don't know the weight of it exactly. I'm sure you'll find out when you look it up. But it has a floor pan and a bug net. And I set this up before when I first got it. And I went inside. And it did smell like military surplus. Yes, it still does. Darn it. And that means it's definitely waterproof. It looks like we got a spider cruising around on the outside there, trying to get in. So let's zip this back up. The one thing I did notice about this mesh, it does not pass a lot of air through it. But you can unzip it, roll it up there, on there, and put it out of the way. But since we're in Spiderville, I'm going to keep it shut just in case. Okay, so it pulls down like this to keep the rain from coming on the inside. This can be dropped and zipped up also to help with the rain situation. We do have an airflow vent at the very back, in order for it to work properly, which now is not a big deal, you need to elevate it, because as you can see, there's no airflow. Plus I'm set up on a little bit of a hill, which is kind of screwing things up. Anyway, I did decide to use the cordage that comes with the tent because it is excellent quality. This can be set up with a ridge line from here to here. They say you put it from that tree to that tree and set it up, or trekking poles, or go ahead and cut some supports, but we don't need to do that. These are shooting sticks I got from Wally World a long time ago. They're adjustable, they're lightweight, and I use them for several of my half shelter setups. So we got this tied out to this tree. Now I want you to look at this tree. It is a dead fall. Am I worried about it falling right now? Not particularly, because the vines got it wrapped around that tree, wrapped around that tree. And if I was to do an overnight, I'd probably just go ahead and drop it to be safe. And then I'm tied up to this tree that's been a deadfall freaking forever and hasn't gone anywhere. So I'm not worried about it. We've got tie out there, 4 total. Tie out in the front. We get our back, and then these have to, there's that spider I was talking about. Sucker, get off there. God bless America. And these tie out to get you the extra room towards the back. Since I was elevated, I had this nice little tree. I went with this. It comes with all the stakes except for 4. You need 4 freaking stakes extra to properly set this tent up. Not a big deal. I've got tons of them. That's just kind of been a brief look at my new tent. Thanks Carl of Carl Outdoors for turning me on to it. And it looks like this needs to be tightened up a bit. It'll be fine. Oh, I know. Let's just do this. Hang on. Yeah, now we got a rain gutter. Nice. And if it rains, I'll let you know if it leaks. In my opinion, winter tent, not so much. Middle of the summer tent, not so much. Spring and fall and the cool season is going to be perfect for this tent. I'm going to go ahead and get some stuff set up under it in case it does rain. I am considering doing a fire. If I do, it will go right here because the wind is coming at us and it will blow that way. But if you look over there, there's a lot of debris on the ground. So I'll have to think about it with the wind coming up. Hey, what the heck? I could have swore I see something moving there besides the spider. All right, we're good. I got sidetracked. I know. So I'm going to get my stuff under the tent in case it rains. And then we'll go from there. Just a quick heads up, in this part of the river, a lot of weird stuff happens. So if you see anything on camera, let me know. Now, for the most important part of the video, you guys are wondering what happened to me, where I've been, and what's going on with the YouTube channel. I'm gonna go into it briefly. I'm not doing a pity, what do they call it? Pity video, that's the word I'm looking for. Or asking for anything. I just think you deserve to know what's been going on and where I've been all this time. First, we're gonna have some agua. Where do I start? I'm gonna try to make this very short. Almost 3 years ago, my dad passed away. My mom did not handle it well, so I had to spend time over there with her getting things settled in, and things were going great. She started doing good, going out, hanging out with her friends again. Then in December of last year, it's starting to rain. Awesome. Anyway, December of last year, she fell and broke her hip, which means she needed my immediate attention, which means YouTube, social media, spending time with my friends, just had to stop. So I basically concentrated on taking care of her and work, and that's all I did. That was a big freaking drop. Can you hear that? Okay, we're gonna speed this up. Anyway, so in December, she spent 14 days in the hospital, 20 days in a rehab facility. Now, obviously, there's no way I'm gonna let her go back home again. I had to find an excellent care facility for her to be at. I found one. She's there right now. She's, you know, it's kind of up and down. Anybody that knows somebody that's an elderly person has broke their hip, it can go either way. They can either fight it and go forward or kind of digress. And she's right there at that point right now. And another thing that really kind of knocked me out a bit, she was, they get an evaluation there, a mental evaluation there every 30 days to see what care level she needs to be at. She can go up or go down. And I was hoping it would go down. And they did discover she's now got the onset of dementia, which is pretty rough and hard to handle. In the meantime, with all this going on, I had to take care of her finances, get the trust funds taken care of, oh my God, get all her personal things taken care of, get the house sold, because obviously she's not going home. Keeping the house would be out of the question because it's sucking too much money out of the bank account. And all this going on has just been nuts. And my anxiety level has been 1,000% the whole time. Now she's finally in a decent place. The house is gone. The money's taken care of. There's nothing drawing out of the bank accounts anymore. My anxiety went down and I bottomed out. And I guess I got PTSD or something going on. I'm dealing with that right now, so that's a whole nother story. So that's what's going on. That's what took all my time up. And as things have evened out, I'm going to come back out and start making videos again. Now, as far as my video schedule goes, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, because mom comes first. I got to make sure she's taken care of. I don't know how much time I've got left with her, and I'd like to spend as much as I can possible. Work's doing great, in case you were wondering. I'm busier now than I have ever been since pre-pandemic, which is awesome. My relationship status, doing great, guys. Don't worry about it. Jess and I are still together. She's still yelling at me. In fact, she doesn't know I'm in the woods today. That's why I got to get home by the curfew. So, as far as video releases, I don't know. There could be one here, one there, or I could go back to my regular schedule. Who knows? I mean, I want to do an overnight in this tent. I've got shelters I want to build. I got stuff I want to work on. I want to hike down and see if my main shelter is still good, which I probably could have done today if it wasn't for a chance of rain, because we are on a floodplain and I do have to cross some very low levels, and I don't want to get myself in trouble on my first day out. So that's what's going on. Channel's not going anywhere. thank you so much for sticking around. I do appreciate it very much. I mean, all the comments, I mean, all the questions and DMs and PMs and emails I've got on my Facebook page. I appreciate it. I tried to answer them all the best I could. That's what's going on so far. Channel's not going nowhere. I don't know about video releases, but once things get calm, or I guess leveled out, I'll get back to it more. Just depends on how things go. So I'm kind of stuck stumbling my words right here. So if you have any questions, put them down in that comment section. I'll try to answer them for you. Oh, that one came in sideways. What the heck? It's not accumulating. Anyway, I want to give out a shout out to Bob in Missouri, sending up some prayers for your brother. And I'm going to leave it at that. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to chill out and see if it rains. And if it doesn't in an hour or two, then I'm just going to pack it up and we're going to head out of here. So cross your fingers for rain. Every once in a while, you can hear it hit the canopy and then the tent. But there's not very much. Huh. I think I heard thunder. Well, let's see what happens. Something I found though when I was looking around. There's charcoal. That's from one of my trench fires apparently. And that stinging nettle. There's some more charcoal. Cool, huh? Well, let's wait it out, see what happens. I'm in the part of the river where unusual things happen to me, and I always watch out of my peripheral vision because you'll never see anything dead on. So out of my peripheral vision, I caught on that tree, which looks like, there we go, you can barely see it there, focus, a dark figure looking at me. It scared the living poopies out of me. So I came around just to check, still watching out of my peripheral vision. Oh, it's not. It was another tree leaned against another tree, if you can kind of see it right there. Oh man, that was something else. I about loaded my britches on that one. So we've been out here about, I'd say 2 hours, no rain to speak of. Well, it sprinkled, it hit the canopy, but never really came down onto the floor or hit the tent. So I decided, let's wrap it up. I need to get home before curfew. I don't want to get in trouble on my first outing of the year. I did check the area. I didn't leave anything. Obviously, we didn't do a fire because of the wind situation. Plus, being out here a couple hours didn't justify a fire if you're not really going to use it. And that dry section over there, I didn't want to mess with it. I got the pack on, and I don't know if I've lost the weight or not. The belt doesn't fit, and my drawers keep falling off. I had to tighten my big belt. We have two choices. We could go to the Stinging Nettles, hit the river, cut in, go to the Mountaineer. I don't want to go to the Stinging Nettles. We're not doing it. We're gonna came out. I'm cracking myself up. I must be in a good mood. Oh my God. Hang on. Did I get it? Yep, he's good. So many spiders. Putting the tent away, I had to make sure I got all the freaking spiders off before I rolled it up. You don't want any organic material on your tent when it's stored, because it'll biodegrade and destroy the tent. So we came in this way. That's the way we're going to go out. And I'm sure I'm going to be covered with spider webs when I hit the trail exit. That is the way we came from. Wasn't that bad. Now, we got a mile of this mess. There's really no easy way to do it. There is a game trail I'm on, and I think I'm going to lose it in that overgrowth. I kind of, maybe, there's another game trail over here that looks promising. Let's take this one. Ah, what hell? That's the old trail. I didn't follow this on the way in, but you know what? We're going to not follow it on the way out. I'm not going through that. We're going this way. Here's a pretty decent shot of the river, and she is down this time. You see the wing dams starting to pop up. If we go up a little further, we might be able to see the boat if I can get to it. Yeah, it's still cloudy, and it's actually starting to get dark, but you can't tell on this camera. Let's continue on, shall we? I just came out of that mess. Cloudy, no rain, but getting darker. And all the dust that was on my H2O pouch, yeah, that's gone. Replaced by spider webs. Very nice. Hey, quick tip. Now you all know that I put promethium on my pants, shirts, socks, and all that. I also spray the back of the Mountaineer and the floors, just in case whatever is hitchhiked on my pack decides to get loose in the car. I don't want to bring it in the house. Well, friends, we're going to wrap this video up. I would say it was a decent outing. I logged in probably 4, maybe 5 hours. I'm happy with that. Had a decent hike, set up the tent. We got the explanation video done. And now I'm going to drive home and hopefully make it in time so I get in on curfew. We'll see how that works. Thanks for coming along with me on my journey. Comments are more than welcome. And yes, like always, it's going to take me freaking forever to answer them. But I will get to them. I definitely will read them. Oh, man, if it would have just freaking rained. Oh, well. As always, thanks so much for watching.